a city that didn't have hope. I'm glad that he's on. How many wins they have right now?
Well, they got seven wins.
Oh, okay. How many they had the last 2 years?
One.
Oh, okay. Like, yes. Look, I've seen other players run up and down the sidelines, a lot like Baker Mayfield. This is not new. In the NFL, man, you'd be shocked. If you go to an NFL game, now typically you're going to have to really know someone to stay on the field for the game. They let you go down before the game, and they'll let you go on the field after the game. But there's a reason why. There is so much that goes on during the game. They don't want the people to see. They don't want the people to hear. There's a lot of trash talking going on. Did we see Taylor Lewan and
Josh Norman?
And Josh Norman? Man. So we think not only two players fighting, that we wouldn't have players, a coach maybe how he said something or did something to a player. We don't think that player is going to have some type of grudge on a player. You think we don't have coaches that call plays against players that were on their team before to sucker them and make them look bad? Absolutely. This is part of the NFL and the game of football. It is an emotional game. You only got 16 of them, and when you go at it, man, you have to go at it with the type of enthusiasm that Baker's going at it, all right? This is how you have to play in the NFL, all right? Hue Jackson, he's a big boy. He went to Cincinnati. He'll be all right, all right? His ego wasn't bruised from that. Baker Mayfield is out there balling, and he just wanted them to see, hey, y'all look at me. Y'all see it? Yes, I'm that guy, and I'm happy to see him. He's very, very different, but you know what he is, and the reason why I can embrace it, he is himself. This is the Baker Mayfield I met on the sideline in Oklahoma. This is the Baker Mayfield that the coaching staff rant and rave. This is the Baker Mayfield that was a walk-on twice and shot up the draft board to be the #1 pick in the draft.
Is there a downside to that Baker Mayfield? Is there something that could just maybe go awry because he is so brash? Is there something in the NFL that maybe that wouldn't work as well as a young guy in a locker room?
Tell me the difference between Baker Mayfield throwing that touchdown and staring down Hue Jackson or Tom Brady. What pick was he?
199.
What gumption did he have to tell Robert Kraft this is the best draft pick you ever? These guys are made of special sauce, all right? Now, we might not like it. It might not be the sauce, because this is the thing that pisses me off. Everyone who analyzes this game, they swear up and down, well, if I was in the game, then I would do this. Well, you're not in the damn game. All right? Baker Mayfield and other people are in the game, and it's up to them to be true to their personality, because it's their career and it's their livelihood.
The most important thing you said was Baker's being who he is. And I'm great with that. I have been begging the general NFL media
you like Jalen Ramsey doing that.
To allow guys to be who they are, particularly at that position. Quarterbacks have been coached into being monotone, coach speak, quarterback speak, what Russell Wilson's turned himself into, right? I don't know that who Russell Wilson really is, but whatever it is, we're getting the most vanilla version of him. I'm glad that Baker has the confidence to be who he really is. I hope the next quarterback who wants to act this way is allowed to as well. The only part about the Baker story is he has seemed to have a lot of things on his resume we've never allowed for #1 overall pick quarterback. The crotch grabbing, the flag planting, the arrest. Like, Baker slid past all of it. And by the way, I've been consistent on this point. Chris been consistent on this point. Can you play? Are you being authentic? I love all that. But I do want to see the next guy that acts like Baker, if he gets a similar, it's just Baker being Baker, it's just this guy being this guy, that Baker's getting.
The #1 thing is, you better be good.
Yeah.
You better be good at what you're doing, all right? Odell Beckham, he goes about it a different way. But what helps him, he's really, really good at it. Antonio, we see some other, especially wide receivers, we have seen them express themselves before. So you better be good at your job. And that's the one thing that Baker Mayfield has. And the things that he's doing, it's a team sport. The reason why you have to be careful is, Nick, how does it affect the team? And Baker Mayfield staring at a coach on the sideline and not saying anything, man, the team is going to be jacked up about that. Him coming into the locker room saying afterwards, oh, what are you talking about? The team is going to be excited about that, because that's their leader.
And that's where that differs from what happened with Jalen Ramsey, who had nothing to do with you know, getting his team excited and pumping them up. It was more an individual thing he did, which he might have put his team in jeopardy.
I think his team might have, I think a lot of those defensive players might have read that interview and been like, hey, good for you.
I doubt that.
You don't think so?
I doubt that, no, because no NFL player wants to be criticizing all that many players. Like, he might have been right about, oh, this quarterback, he wasn't that good. But when you go down and you say 10 quarterbacks are bad, there's no way the other 10 guys on that defense are saying, yeah, amen, bruh, amen. No, because they know that puts a target on them as a defense, on them as an organization. So they know he went too far.
But the thing you said about Baker at the end that I had written down from before the show is his teammates clearly love him. And everywhere he's gone, his teammates have loved him, not just because he's a really good player, because of who he is. And this is part of who he is. Like, some people are really rubbed the wrong way by this. They are more accepting of a wide receiver acting a certain way than the quarterback, than the face of the franchise. He's being authentic, man. And I don't know that you're going to get the best Baker Mayfield if you ask him to mute that part of him. I woke up feeling dangerous. That's who Baker Mayfield is now. Yeah. And so I think people just have to recognize and learn to accept it.
Yeah, Colin Cowherd got to get off his back, too. Colin Cowherd works up every day feeling dangerous, too. He tells people about it. Talking to himself. I'm feeling dangerous talking to myself, but it's cool for him. Now, Baker can't do it in Cleveland.
Got to take a break. Coming up, another dangerous guy, Nick Foles. Is Foles the quarterback of the future in Philly?
This is a hustle.
Next on First Things First.
Colin wakes up feeling dangerous?
In his own little way. I mean...